Season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Bruins will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Iowa's offense will go to work first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Caught in the backfield, it's Roberts. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Now facing a 3rd and long. Walker will fire. Hit as he throws. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down? We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Back to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Roberts. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
After those last two plays, let's see if they can get it out of reverse on 3rd and 18. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Caught over the middle. It's McFarland. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So UCLA's offense has the ball for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with the lone back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs,
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
you've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The Bruins with a second and short to keep this drive moving. downfield. It's Iamaleava working that left side now. Still on his feet. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. And the Bruins getting set on first and 10. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some.
Touchdown, Bruins! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his third receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into this season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Quick release by the QB. Still running at the 40. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. It's the end of the first quarter, and now time for one of the great traditions in college football, when the entire crowd here in Iowa City will turn and give a wave to the children at the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Everyone engage, and we wave and salute those kids and wish them all the best. No matter how many times you see it, a moving moment here at Iowa between the first and second quarter when the entire crowd acknowledges the children across the way. Hope they enjoy the game as we continue in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Rush is on him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap in a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense. You got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football. You want to be in the mix. Find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. The corners are walked up tight. Now from inside the red zone. Gets it out quickly. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Walker to throw. Quickly complete. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He wants to throw it again. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. That might seem like a risky call to go for it on 4th down there, but you can't just hand the defense a win in that spot, David.
No, and when you go back and you look at games, a lot of times those field goals get you beat. And this offense is like, forget that, we're going to be aggressive. And because they got it, it was a great call.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Iowa! And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Marshall. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Flores. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now,
he's got some space. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Walker will fire. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. These corners backing off a bit. Wants to go up top on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here on third down.
Pace, 27, jump.
Wants to throw again. Takes a hit as he fires. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the third possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical third down, forcing an incompletion.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Marshall. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
that's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. Quarterback making checks. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hoffman. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Fires to the middle. Got Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going to fire to the left. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Will wonders never cease if you're a defensive guy? They called PI on the offense this time. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Iamaleava. He's going to throw deep right side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Made another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing it away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Iowa City. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to Duke Slater Field at Kinnick Stadium.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They had the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Quickly complete. Still on his feet at the 45. He's into plus territory. Knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
And that's why through the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Marshall. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bruins. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Virginia Tech is in front. They've played awfully well today. And while there's no Michael Vick out there, this group is fighting. They're up by a field goal over Utah. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. To the air on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Roberts. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Using his legs, it's Roberts. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes...
Turning it on! He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. And the Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Walker to throw. He's got him in the flat. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Off play action. Grabbed behind the line. It's Coffee. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Running to the left. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Bringing the heat. Makes the catch. It's Peppers. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. To the air, it's Iamaleava. He's got it down the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find your rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Cox. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to throw on first down. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
He wants to change this route. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Complete to start this drive. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, no question. They've got to score a touchdown and get the two-point conversion here. But that's a good start to this two-minute drive. You always want to get it going. You want to get that momentum going, put the defense on their heels. They accomplished that with the last throw.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Walker will fire. Makes the grab. Knocked down to the tackle.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And the Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw on third down. He makes the grab. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on.
There he goes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hawkeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Complete on third down. Got enough space. Touchdown, Hawkeye. A great catch and run for 6. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Now they'll try to tie it up with the two late.
Here we go, here we go.
Walker to throw. He's got it. The two-point try is good, and we are tied here in the fourth. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds a tight end. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. We saw it on that play.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. What a tough break, a potential tying score nullified by the penalty, and now they'll have to see if they can get it done again. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got it in the middle, it's Pierre. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The Bruins didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Might be changing the route. They just keep firing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, UCLA! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, and how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
They'll line up for the extra point, and at this juncture, every point matters. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Tulsa is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in Chapman Stadium. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And that is a perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
Walker will fire. It's complete to the left. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Zings it complete to the right. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory and now threatening to get the score.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Working that wide receiver screen. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. He's looking to throw on third and short. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside.
He'll take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, under-talked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. Going for it all. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's fourth down.
I can't believe it. He had a chance to just end the game right there. If the defender makes the catch in the end zone, up a possession, this is ball game. But because he put it on the ground, this offense still has life.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop. You can save every second you have.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the knee on third down. The offense changing the play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Marshall. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. And the Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. Going over the top. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. And a great effort on the final play of regulation, but we've got more football ahead. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
So here comes our first play of overtime. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Finds the tight end.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Cox. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on third down. Looking to throw on third. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hoffman. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. 1st and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. Wants to keep it in the air. Looking for the goal line. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Trying to bowl his way in. Touchdown Bruins. They take the lead here in overtime.
And Reese, this is the part of the field where the tight ends become such a big part, right? The big size. I'm going to isolate these guys, find a way to get good matchups. You could tell they did it there, and the result, 6 points.
This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Walker to throw. Here's the pressure. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
And the Hawkeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's McFarland. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
To the air on first down. Got his man on the right.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Here we go, here we go.
Second down, he'll throw it. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Going for 6. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
4th and long, and they have to pick it up to keep their chances alive. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Touchdown, Iowa! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. Walker will fire. It's complete on the right side. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and man, he's been accurate throwing it.
Touchdown, Hawkeye! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
Second overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the run. Can't do it better than that. The 2-point conversion is good, and the lead is 8. motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week, you got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Oh, and it's intercepted, a turnover in overtime. He's brought down in a short return, but the defense comes out on top with the pick. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.